Alright guys, we're on the grid here at Laguna Seca. With a field of 12 Formula Vs. Got a nice standing start. Green flag drops. Starting up from P2. Gonna tuck right behind the leader. I'm just gonna follow him along in the first couple corners and see how this first part of the race shakes out. Nice and clean through turn 1 and 2. Turn 3, getting a nice run through the corner here. A little better exit off the corner than the guy in front, which allows me to pop out for a little bit of a pass and take the lead into turn 4. So now the goal is to just keep the car nice and steady, minimal mistakes. Starting a bit run up the hill here. Got some cars off in the back. Around there, 2 cars spinning. Right through the kink here, up the long uphill on the back straight. Trying to pop out, not let the car behind get a slipstream. And into the famous corkscrew for the first time. Gonna drop down the hill. About 3-story drop here. I'm pulling out a little bit of a lead here through the downhill kink here. The cars behind kind of do catch up a bit, which allows this guy MP2 to try to make a little bit of a look for a pass into the final corner, which did not let him do. Kind of held the line and retained the lead. I'm going to go on board now for the next few laps and see how the race follows from here.
1 minute 51.035. Get out there, brother. Run and hide right now.
Nice, easy to turn 1. Easy to spin the car in turn 1. The car wants to rotate a bit, so you gotta kind of control it. Car, low horsepower car though, so it has a pretty good grip to power ratio, but it still does have a tendency to want to rotate a bit. But taking the least resistance through these corners, the line of least resistance. You want to kind of just be smooth on the inputs, smooth on the steering wheel. Right, up the hill now, towards the corkscrew again. This whole section is just one constant hill through the kink. And the car behind gets his tires onto the gravel and takes himself out of the race. A little action replay here. Yeah, just a little bit with the gravel there. That's all it took for him to get a little unsettled. And he's into the wall. Just missing the tires, unfortunately. But that's him out of the race. We're going to go back on board. On the way to the corkscrew. In third gear still. It's easy to hold third gear for this uphill section. He's not going to want to shift to fourth. Not enough power to do so. Down the corkscrew again for a nice little diving corner. The car's behind here. We got about a half-second gap to P2. Just trying to nice and control the race as much as I can.
Minute 43.92.
So low horsepower car, so you're not going to really have a lot of top end, but it's key to maximize your corner exits to make sure that you get every little bit of miles per hour on the straight you can. One little slip up on exit can cost you 1 or 2 miles an hour, which can cost you a position or 2 at the end of the straightaway. So you want to keep it nice and tidy and keep it nice and clean. Just the slightest input on the wheel to get these cars through these flat corners here. Next corner is very crucial because from this corner on, it's all uphill to the corkscrew. So you want to get a nice exit, maintain a high minimum speed through the corner. Make sure you have a nice run through the kink here, avoiding the curb, just using a little bit of camber, get the car to rotate a little bit more, and holding third gear because shifting to fourth will actually slow you down. and then holding third gear for the rest of the corners, because you don't want to downshift to second gear in this car. The car will instantly spin on you. Second gear is a little too short, so you want to keep third gear for most of the... when you're not in fourth gear, you're going to be in third gear. That's about it for most of the tracks on this that this car will race on here. Using every bit of track you can to maximize speed through the corner. So this portion of the race here is pretty boring. I'm out in the lead, but if you notice, I'm never really getting more than a second gap on this guy behind me in P2. It's about 0.9 right now, but these cars, they slipstream pretty well. So if the guy has just a bit of a sniff of a slipstream on you, he's going to be able to keep in touch. So P1, myself in P1 and then P2 also have a decent gap over the P3 and 4 cars. So kind of in a little bit of a league of our own in this race right now. Just trying to minimize any kind of mistakes, just be as smooth as possible. The downshifts are key. You don't want to lose much time doing the downshift, but you have to get that car back into the power band. Gap to P2 hovering around 0.8 seconds. 0.7, so it's not really pulling away, but not really gaining on me either. My slowest corner on the track right here. I don't really do a good job coming out most of the time here, because I usually lose a tenth or 2 or 3 before getting to this final corner, which I usually gain time off the final corner. So I guess it bounces out, but yeah, that second to last corner is not my strong suit on this track.
1 minute 43.546.
Keeping the line tight through the Andretti hairpin. Any extra track out, you just lose a little bit of time. When I started my practice for this race during the week, I was running 45s and maybe high 44s, and I was getting down to the low 43s towards the end of the week sessions. So I typically don't jump into races right away. I usually do some practice, a fair bit of practice before I jump into an actual race session. There's a guy behind us catching a bit here. But I'll practice during the week, and I'll do my races towards the end of the week. And we go off board again onto the trackside cameras for this P2 challenge here. He's going to pop out for a pass into the final corner. But once again, as I did with the P1 guy before, I just hold it on the corner exit, able to carry the little bit of extra speed off the corner and down the long straight. But again, the slipstream in these cars is really, really strong, so not much you can do to defend besides taking a defensive line. But I decided it was safer to kind of let him through, because not worth. We're still fighting for first and second, and the win is there, but it's not worth coming together over, you can finish second or not finish at all. So you can see closing right up the gap again. You can see the car getting bigger. Very easy to suck right back up to the back of the car in front of you. Get a nice run out of this corner here, so I can get a nice slipstream up the hill. Every little bit up this hill will count. It will help. I want to pull out of the draft a bit, so I don't want to get too close before the kink. I want to be able to get the slipstream up the hill instead of catching him too early. And then you're going to see right here, it just disappears for a second and comes back in, which off camera, on the trackside camera, looks like absolutely nothing. However, on board, on the replay, you see that, from my view, I thought we crashed. So I backed off. No incident points for that. He just had a little bit of internet speed issue. But I thought we made contact, so I kind of backed off a bit. So I didn't want to, cause any further issue. But he popped right back where he's supposed to be, and we're back in the battle here. A little bit farther back than we were, but we can get a good chase going. Okay, final corner here. Try to get a good run off the corner, and we're going to go on to the last lap of the race, see what we can do. And we do get a decent run. Plus the slipstream helps a bit. He's taking the inside line, so we're going to have to go outside here. Try not to touch wheels. We're so close to touching wheels there. But I got the outside run, and I'm able to just hold the outside line, and I tuck right back in front, regaining the lead of the race in the Andretti hairpin. And now the goal is just to hold this position, be as smooth as possible, so I don't give any kind of opportunity for him to get by me here. A little more than a half a lap to go.
Shit, my man, keep throwing them down. Can't be too long till we got a pit.
Alright, this crucial corner here, I want to get a good run out of this for the uphill section of the track. And the car behind has a little bit of a moment. A little too overzealous trying to get through the corner well, and he has a little bit of a spin. So here's his little replay of his... very easy to do, though. It's very easy to do in this car. So I don't blame him. A little bit of pressure trying to push and trying to get that position back, but I can understand that. It happens. I've done it myself plenty of times, but yeah, it does. It's a bad feeling when that happens. But now it puts me in a position of just cruise to the finish. Got 3-second gap to the new P2 car, and yeah, just trying to not make any mistake to throw this win away. Really easy through the corkscrew here, just kind of tipping it in, rolling onto the throttle, nice and smooth, nice lazy upshift to fourth. Just gonna coast into the corner. 2.7 second lead, so nothing really to worry about here. Final corner, a little bit wide of the apex, but again, doesn't really matter. I wasn't trying to push the issue. And we're going to come across the line, and we're going to take P1 in the Formula V race at Laguna Seca.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Guys, great job in the pits. Great work out there, buddy. No luck involved in that one, my friend.
Hopefully you enjoyed this video format. I'm going to try to do more of these.
And for the lights in our pit, give everybody high five.
Try to do more videos like this with this new format of, some nice editing and some nice off-board camera shots. So hopefully you enjoy. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you for the next one.